Hello and welcome to Unikronn's Gaming. Today is another one of those type of videos, you know, Street Fighter 2 fanboy plays Samurai Shodown or tries out Samurai Shodown. Yeah, so let me quickly do a very brief history. This is from Wikipedia's Samurai Shodown 2, known in Japan, I should say, as Shin Samurai Spirits Hamaru Jikohuhen. No, I butchered that. Let me try that again. Obviously, Samurai Shodown 2 in Japan is known as Shin Samurai Spirits Hamaru Jikohuhen. I still butchered that, but I tried. Sorry. Obviously, this is a 1994 fighting game. Released as the second entry in SNK's Samurai Shodown series. Like the original Samurai Shodown, the sequel was initially released for the neogeo arcade and the home system. So that is me butchering the brief history of this game. I am using the Samurai Shodown collection for the PS4 to play this game, and obviously you can see in the background there a proper breakdown of the history of this game. I realistically know nothing about this game. Like I said, I'm coming from a perspective. I've played Street Fighter 2 World Warrior a lot. I've played Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition a lot. I've played Street Fighter 2 Turbo a lot, or Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, depending on which one you want to call it, where you're from. So yeah, I played Samurai Shodown, the original, a little bit in the arcades. Didn't really play number 2. So I'm going to be biased, and I'm going to jump into number 2 literally from a Street Fighter 2 standpoint. They were both hot around about the same time. So, you know, let's get to it. Let's talk about this game. Okay, I'm going to apologize now because I'm going to be all over the place with this video. Simply because certain things may come up. I've done some notes, but to be honest, I just want to talk about this game. It was just different. I haven't played a Samurai Shodown game in so long, so long. I think the last time I played a Samurai Shodown game was I had the anthology, I believe, on the PSP. Yeah, and that's the last time I put any real time into any Samurai Shodown game. I might have played one of the retro games on the PS4. I think I'm not too sure. Within the arcade archives. So yeah, I may have done that. I'm not too sure. No, I must have done. But anyway, as you can see, this coming from a Street Fighter point of view, this setup is very similar. I'm going to apologize again. This is the last time I'm going to apologize. If you can hear the squeaky chair, because I'm sitting on the chair. Listen to it. Can you hear it? Can you hear that? Can you hear that? I don't know if you can. But anyway, the setup for this game, you've got 15 characters, decent roster. Some characters are quite similar to each other. Obviously, I've picked a ninja with a dog. Hello, Shodown vibes. Come on, go puppy, Galford. Yeah. There's 2 ninjas in this game. So therefore, this game's already getting a thumbs up. I just don't care. I do not care. This game's getting a thumbs up already. You've got 2 ninjas and one of them has a canine companion. Come on, bruv. Come on. Anyway, yeah, so there's 15 characters to choose from. Each character has their own background. Look at that. Look, he wasn't having that special at all. He blocked all of them. Ridiculous. Yeah, so each character's got their own backgrounds. Each background has their own theme music. The theme music is very different to what you would be expecting, especially if you came from Street Fighter 2. Look at the energy. Look at the energy of that special. Lovely. Run into him. Special grab. Go and do it again. Do it again, Unikronn. Big one this time. Bam! 50% off 2 moves. Crazy. But later on in the game, they don't give you that type of damage at all. I believe when your character is red, they take off more. I could be wrong. There is a parry system in this game, which I only found out about once the computer gets doing it to me all the time. I noticed that the AI doesn't really allow you to pop off special moves, or if it does, it definitely doesn't get hit by them a lot. I think this game, I mean, look at him, look, see, how are you just dodging moves left and right? That's ridiculous, mate. Harumaru or Harumaru, come on, man. There was no point in me having a projectile in that match. Ooh. That command grab is lethal, especially if we can do it with a jumping dash as well. And here's Hanzo. Basically, this is like if Shadow Dancer was in a one-on-one beat 'em up. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't really have a combo system, realistically. It's got like it's more like trying to open up your opponent to hit them with a heavy move. You can dizzy the opponent after 2 or 3 heavy moves in a row in a short space of time, like Street Fighter, which is nice. This game, what almost all SNK games realistically had supers way before Street Fighter 2 did, so I appreciate that. And to be honest, I think these games had better backgrounds than what was in the Street Fighter games at the time. I mean, what, this was 93 or 94? Yeah, and come on, the backgrounds are just epic. The music is great as well. I really appreciate the zoom and the scaling, the sprite scaling. It's just, yeah, fantastic. So yeah, those are all great. Look at the Evil King sitting on his throne there. Doesn't the knights in the back look like the knights from Golden Axe, in the ones in red with the axe? And doesn't the 2 guards by the king look like the Emperor's guards from Star Wars? Crazy. Yeah, proper Lord of the Rings vibes as well. But anyway, yeah, so the presentation I think is really cool. Look at this. You can, they're also throwing stuff from the background. Someone throws a bomb in. I don't know if it's a judge there, but he doesn't block it. You see it there? And that's what actually kills him in this match. Boom. You can actually kick or hit the bombs at your opponent as well, which is nice. People also throw in food, which you can get life ups. Not like a 1-up, but just get extra health back. I think that's about it. That's what I've seen. And some, yeah, so things that can hit you and food, health back, yeah. I put this match in there. I do believe I lost this, but this is like Shinobi versus Shadow Dancer. I mean, visually, this game still looks great today. I would say I think it holds up better than any of the Street Fighter 2s, personally. I think the art design, the backgrounds as well, I think they definitely do hold up better than the Street Fighter 2s if you just look at them. I just think their character designs are so good. The only thing I don't like about Hanzo is one of his winning poses. He takes off his mask and he shows his face. What self-respecting ninja shows their face? Then again, perhaps he's not a self-respecting ninja. I don't know anything about his background. But yeah, the one thing I would say that I'm not particularly a huge fan of in this particular game is the lack of true combos. But that's not what this game's about. And for me, I do prefer combos to the parry, open up your enemy to hit them. I do like the interactive foregrounds as well. Like the bamboo, you see it chopping there. That's nice. I mean, I dazed him there. And I went in for the running, rising sword slash type dragon punch. Yeah, I just have to say, I love the look of Samurai Shodown games. I just do. I think their characters look fantastic. The artwork's fantastic. Animation is fantastic. It's just great. The sound, I think the sound is basically perfect for some of these Samurai Shodown games. You've got the referee or the judge in the background. He speaks, and he does his flags and stuff. The characters have, look at that special move. God, that looks impactful. Damn, and he split his sword as well. Jesus, this game's so good for looks. Look at it. Is this some sort of wheat field you're fighting in? Fantastic. And yeah, the sound is just, everything hits and sounds crunchy. and brutal. The voices of the characters, everything. The music is very, very unique and very good. I would say, personally, outside of Fatal Fury and some of the King of Fighter games, the best music on the Neo Geo, hands down. Hands down. It's just fantastic. So, yeah. Graphics and sound, just chef's kiss. You know, it's like, mwah. Brilliant. Okay, so, what next to talk about? My history. Basically, when it comes to this game, I only remember playing the first one in the arcade. I don't really remember playing anything else, to be honest. I don't remember number 3 or number 4. I just remember part 1. Okay, I'm just going to have to interject. Look at the presentation here. You get the Street Fighter 2 vibes, yeah. But I don't know, this seems more dynamic. I mean, look, I beat a character fast and he tells me, oh, look, you got the 3rd fastest time versus computer. And look at this. This was way before Street Fighter Alpha started doing this, or Street Fighter Alpha 2. You basically had cutscenes in the game. I mean, the presentation is crazy. And yeah, I'm playing on level 1, and I'll tell you why I'm playing on difficulty level 1 in a second. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so for this video, I was initially playing on, I believe, level 4 difficulty. But as with all SNK games, playing a computer, it's almost like you get to we get to a point and there is no point playing this game. It's just cheap and dirty as hell. If you think Super Street Fighter 2, no, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, everyone knows that's one of the hardest Street Fighter 2s going out there. That's nothing compared to the SNK games. Nothing. And just like, I think it was, I've tried, was it a few of the Fatal Furies, King of Fighters 97, King of Fighters 95 and 94. The CPU just reads your inputs. That's all it's doing. It's just reading your inputs. So you can't really do anything. Certain moves it's just not going to have. If you don't get a certain move out on the first character, you're never going to get that move to connect. And on bosses, forget about it. It's just crazy. When the computer says stop, you're not getting any more moves on me. You're just not. Especially as this game's got some sort of parry mechanic. Like you block at the last second and that opens up the enemy. It just does it to you all the time after like the 6th person that you're playing. So yeah, in 2-player mode, this game would probably be fantastic. But against the CPU, it's just not fun after a while. And I think that's what really spoils it and what made Street Fighter 2 games, apart from Super Turbo, just so much better. That you could, you know, practice. You could get good on the arcade. That special is outrageous. Look at that. Didn't take off much though. Considering. I thought it would have taken off a bit more, but okay. Ninja with a dog. Fantastic. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, the AI is just incredibly frustrating and not fun. In two-player mode, these games are great. They actually are great. That's where they excel, like any one-on-one beat 'em up. But unfortunately, back in the day, if you was to play this, unless you was special and you had the money to own a Neo Geo, because I'm assuming this cart in the UK probably cost to I don't know, £400, depending on how you got it import or whatever. Yeah, how was you going to practice and get good? You just wasn't, because after like the 3rd person, you wasn't getting beyond that. So yeah, and you're not going to buy the game at home because the cartridge was so much money. So yeah, you know, rock in a hard place. But unfortunately, that's just where the SNK games were. They didn't understand about having, you know, fun versus CPU. Even though I spoke about the sprite scaling before, I just want to really go deep into it. This game is not the fastest paced game, I have to say the detail. I mean, look at the background or painting back there. It's ridiculous. Look at everything in the foreground. It's ridiculous, and everything scales so nicely. I mean, this was the days we were still in standard definition, but the detail on these characters is almost cartoon-like. It's actually crazy, especially when it zooms in. I don't know if, I mean, look, Charlotte's just being silly here. I was trying to grab her for ages. I don't know if this game got a port on the SNES and Mega Drive. I know, well, I think part 1 did, and I believe that was the one on the Mega Drive where it was genuinely zoomed in, but there was no movement in the backgrounds. And on the SNES, it had smaller sprites, but there was animation in the background. I could be wrong, but that's what I genuinely remember, because I never owned the games. I just played them at a friend's house. I mean, this is a great mirror match. Galford versus Galford. Go puppy! Oh, fantastic. Yeah, but you just have to drool over the backgrounds. They're great. They're great. And like I said, at one point I didn't think backgrounds could get better than Street Fighter 2. And then SNK showed up. I mean, Fatal Fury was cool, but the Samurai Shodown games really showed what they could do. I mean, and then also, like, when you hit a heavy move, it sort of slows down a bit. Not like, obviously, because it can't, it's like game slow down, but no, they actually made it slow down to put emphasis on, okay, that move is heavy, it's going to hurt. Look what it did. You know, a bit like when Zangief in Street Fighter 2 finishes someone off with a spinning power driver, that type of slow down. See there, that little pause and slow down there, just like, yeah, appreciate how big that move was. I mean, look at the waves splashing and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, sprites, the scaling, just great. Absolutely great. I did play another Samurai Shodown at the same time I was playing this one. I played Samurai Shodown 6, I believe, on the PS2. That, from what I could gather, was the last sprite-based Samurai Shodown before it went, was 3D and polygons. And yeah, I just want to compare the two. Look at that. That must kill. Wait, I was glowing red, and it, you know, the AI is so cheap. They don't take your supers very well at all in this game. But anyway, yeah, I did take that. You know, I'll speak about that a bit later. Why is the AI so cheap in these games? In these SNK games? I don't understand. It's like, you need to practice. Buy the expensive console or put lots of money in the arcade. How are you going to do it? It's crazy. And I mean, look how good this game looks. Look at that background. Proper Darkstalkers like. So yeah, still play these games. Still play them. I mean, obviously it's much better in two-player mode or playing online rather than the CPU. But even then, don't deny yourself this special game. Definitely play it. I want to show you something here. Look, this is how cheap the computer is, really. Okay. Look at Earthquake's energy. I've got my special there. Here we go. Here we go. We think it's going to do some decent damage, aren't we? Some decent damage. Go, puppy. Take his ass out. Here we go. Bam. And not really. Not really. When you get past like the second or third character, that's it. They don't respect any of the moves. None at all. Crazy. I mean, and if you think that was bad, this Cham Cham girl, very much getting Blanca vibes from her. But, you know, some feral kid. She's getting cheap. She's dodging a lot of moves and getting past a lot of moves. Okay, look, that's a big hit. Watch her energy now. Activate my super. Bam. Even though I got hit a little bit, look at her. She must die. Must kill. It must kill. It must kill. No. You cheap swines, SNK. What are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, there's the frustration with this game. It's such a shame that you can't have a really good match with the CPU. This is where Street Fighter, like I said, this comes into its own. You kind of fun, fulfilling matches against the CPU, but not so much the Samurai Shodown 2. But versus and online, great, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, oh well, easy come, easy go. Well, actually, it's not easy come, easy go because this game cost a ton at the time. But anyway, let me talk about Samurai Shodown 6. Right, as a quick experiment, I did play number 6 at the same time, just to see where it went in the future, because I believe this is the PS2 version. And I have to say, graphically, even though it's clearer and they changed the style a little bit, I'd say I don't think it's better. It seems to have lost a bit of the charm. There are combos in this game now, which I do like in number 6, but I don't know. It's, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just lost a bit of what made Samurai Shodown. The backgrounds look nice, but they're missing something. Oh, here you go. Look, I want to show you the fact that it counts combos like Street Fighter 2. So yeah, I mean, I'm still going to play number 4 or 5, but I just wanted to show 6 because this was the last one I could find that had sprites right before it went to 3D polygons. But even then, it's sort of, the scaling's not really there. It's just more like your standard Street Fighter 2. It's lost a bit of its soul. Samurai Shodown 6. Yeah, this is 6 or VR. Yeah, it's 6. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. There's not much going on in the backgrounds. The music is different still, but it's not as good. I mean, I think the 1994 one's better. I don't know when this came out. I probably should have checked, but to be honest, I don't care. Yeah, it's just not special. It's just not. It still gives off those Dark Stalker vibes, but you know, and you can tell it's Samurai Shodown, but is it though? I mean, look at this. This doesn't really give me Samurai Shodown vibes, really. But like I said, it's still nice. It plays well, but I just prefer the Samurai Shodown 2 to number 6. So 4 games later. So yeah, that's why I want to go back to the original SNK Neo Geo titles and see what they're like. I mean, we did get this heavily chested woman, which I'm all for. Yes, I'm all for. Scantily clad. I mean, the only thing that could make it better if she had the special, which was just outrageous for the time. I mean, that would be cool, but I don't know, Samurai Shodown probably wouldn't do that thing because they wouldn't do it in the old one. Oh wait, this second, have we seen much blood at all? Yeah, not so much blood, which was a nice part of part 2. But there you go. And here's a special, oh, hello. You know what? I'll accept that special. I'll accept that. I didn't mind taking that at all. So, quick conclusion: Samurai Shodown 2 from a Street Fighter 2 fanboy, I think is excellent. It just is. If you get a chance to play it, go ahead and play it. It's just fantastic. Anyway, that's me looking at Samurai Shodown 2 from a viewpoint of a Street Fighter 2 fanboy. I'll see you in my next video, and I'm out. Peace. Go puppy!